Hi, this is my chemistry channel. In this video, we're going to start bioinorganic chemistry. Today, I have taken the new topic vitamin B12. We're going to study the role of metal ion in vitamin B12 and the chemistry of this metal complexes in B12. So, vitamin B12 is otherwise known as cobalt-amine because it is a cobalt containing metal complexes. In this vitamin B12, the existing metal ion is cobalt, which is in the +3 oxidation state. As we know, the vitamin B12 is one of the naturally occurring coordination compounds in biology. There are some other compounds also exist in biology which contains metal ions. Let's see, chlorophyll, hemoglobin and myoglobin, cytochromes, the non-sulfur proteins, they all contains the metal ions, inorganic metals. So they are participated in several biological reactions and showing their activity in the enzymatic systems. Okay. So let's see the process that happening in vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 mainly present in plants, animals and also in bacteria present. So vitamin B12 exist in, it is present in plants, animals and bacteria. Certain bacteria also contains. Okay. It's mainly present in the liver of the animals. Mainly it's extracted from the liver of the animals. If you see the role of this vitamin B12, it involves in the metabolism of nucleic acid, and in playing a major role in protein synthesis. So let's see the structure of vitamin B12. As like hemoglobin, chlorophyll, it also contains a macrocyclic ligand. In hemoglobin, chlorophyll and all, it contains a porphyrin ring. But vitamin B12, instead of porphyrin ring, it contains a choline ring. It also similar like porphyrin ring. Let's see the structure of vitamin B12. It's a very big structure. Let I draw this. So here the metal center is cobalt. And it has substituents CONH2 and CH3 and here it has CH2, CONH2 and methyl group. And if you see here also NH2 and it has long group. Ribose sugar. This is called ribose and fused with imidazole ring. And this imidazole ring is with so this is the overall structure of vitamin B12. Here the central metal ion. Central metal ion is cobalt 3 plus, and this macrocyclic ligand is corine ring. So this cobalt is attached to 4 nitrogen, which is made up of corine ring, and some substituents are also present in corine ring. That is, this is acetamide and propionamide groups, methyl and ethyl groups. So there are lot of substituents. Acetamide, this is acetamide, and this is propionamide groups. And one of the ring is fused with isopropanol phosphate fused with ribose sugar. This is ribose sugar. So phosphate group, this is isopropanol moiety, and this ribose sugar is fused with this imidazole ring. So the imidazole ring is attached with the cobalt atom. So the 4 corine rings are in equatorial plane. So 4 corine rings are in equatorial plane, and 2 ligands are in axial plane. And so this is the structure, and these are the 4 corine rings are in equatorial plane, and this is in axial position. So thus R group is axial, and this benzimidazole ring is axial, which is fused with the ribose sugar along with phosphate moieties. Okay, so this is the structure of vitamin B12. So this vitamin B12 is initially extracted from liver of animals. So this R group is loosely bound with water. In natural system, this R is loosely bound with water. After extraction, it was treated by cyanide and converted into cyanoligand. So this R is converted to cyanoligand, becomes cyanocobalamin. So in natural system, it existed with the water molecules. So aqua cobalamin will be in the natural system. When it was extraction, it was converted into this water molecules are loosely bound and replaced by the cyanide ligand and converted into cyanocobalamin. So the cyanocobalamin is not the very stable species. So it converted into some other derivatives. So this molecule is a octahedral cobalt 3 complex. Octahedral cobalt and 3 complex. So if you compare the ring, macrocyclic ligand, that is corine and porphyrin. So corine and porphyrin are both are resembles each other, because this corine is also a 4 pyrrole rings and porphyrin also 4 pyrrole ring connected by the methylene bridge. Okay, but in porphyrin ring there is a lot of extended conjugation, but in corine ring no extended conjugation. So it's not fully conjugated, it's partially conjugated. So that is the chemistry difference between the corine and porphyrin molecule. So this will not undergo any transitions because porine is fully conjugated, will undergo transitions, and corine is not fully conjugated. Okay, even though it was aromatic. Okay, and if you see the stereo centers in the molecule, so what are the stereo centers? So that is the optical activity of this molecule, and this molecule has also stereo centers. What is chiral? Chiral means 4 different groups. 4 different groups. If you see this cyanocobalamin, if you take this ring, cannot be, because it does not come under the stereo center. And if you calculate from here, this carbon here, this is one group and this is one group, and this will be about and as hydrogen in it. So this will be stereo center. And another carbon, this is first carbon, and next carbon, if you see the neighboring carbon, second carbon, here this side one carbon which is different group, and this carbon has one methyl group and this acetamide group, and if you see here this has another carbon. Okay, so this is a stereo carbon. And if you take this carbon, one side this carbon made up of large ring, and this side methyl group, and this side has nitrogen with pi bond and as another ring. So this is third carbon. So third stereo center. And if you take this carbon, fourth, this carbon has nitrogen, and this side has O big molecule, and this side one nitrogen is present, and this side has another molecule. So this is the fourth stereo center. And next, this is fifth carbon. If you see this carbon, this is nitrogen moiety here, and this carbon has acetamide group and hydrogen one group, and this is another group. So this carbon also fifth stereo center. And if you take this carbon, two different groups, that is methyl and this long chain group, and this carbon as another group, and this carbon has nitrogen and pi ligand, sorry, pi bond, and it is a stereo center, 6 carbon. And if you say it doesn't contain any, and this carbon, if you see this carbon, one, the another substituent, and this also another substituents. So, and it has nitrogen, one more carbon, and it has hydrogen, one more atom. So 4 different groups, and it is 7 carbon. And if you see here, this is 8th carbon. It has acetamide group, and if you take this carbon, this side there is another group, and this side methylene is connected to nitrogen, it's another group. This is a 8th carbon. And if you see this carbon, this carbon has methyl one group and ethyl group, and this has another moiety, and this side to take nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen is bonded with methyl group, so this is 9th carbon. So the vitamin B12 contains 9 stereo centers, so which is optically active. So this vitamin B12, which is optically active, which is used in asymmetric synthesis to synthesize many optically active compounds. What is asymmetric synthesis? Which is used to give many optically active compounds from one optical isomers. Okay, so this vitamin B12 involved in the optical activities, which is used for asymmetric synthesis. So this is about the stereo activity of vitamin B12. If in case in this structure, if R is derivatives, let's see the derivatives, vitamin B12. If R is replaced by some other groups, first if R equal to cyanate, then the structure is called, this R is replaced by cyanate, then the compound is called cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobalamin. If R is water molecule, then they are called aqua cobalamin or hydroxocobalamin. If R is replaced by methyl, it is called methylcobalamin. If R is replaced by OH group, then it is called hydroxycobalamin. If R is 5-deoxyadenosine, they are called 5-deoxyadenosine cobalamin. So these are the various derivatives which are from vitamin B12 if R is replaced by cyano, water and methyl and hydroxydeoxy. So this among this hydroxycobalamin, methylcobalamin gives various derivatives of vitamin B12. So these are derivatives of vitamin B12. Next see the oxidation states of cobalt. So cobalt in transition method comes a D7 system, that is 3D7 4S2. In this complex, chlorine complex, it is in cobalt 3 plus, which is 3D6 4S0. So it is octahedrally coordinated. Octahedrally coordinated and in the low spin state. Octahedrally coordinated low spin state. So if we write this crystal field splitting T2G6 and EG0. So T2G6 and EG0. So this is T2G orbital and this is EG orbital, which is completely filled. So no unpaired electrons. Hence it is diamagnetic. Diamagnetic nature. So if it is no unpaired electrons, then this complex becomes EPR inactive, electron paramagnetic resonance. So for electron paramagnetic resonance, there must be a unpaired electron. There must be an unpaired electrons. Then only complex will be EPR active. So the cobalt 3 plus in vitamin B12, the cobalt 3 plus is a EPR inactive complex. If it is reduced by some other reagents, reducing agents, for example, is vitamin B12. This is a coenzyme. Reduced by zinc in acetic acid or ascorbic acid. So T2G6 EG0. So cobalt in 3 plus state. EPR inactive. So after reduction, it becomes vitamin B12R. That is reduced form of vitamin B12. Now it gains one electron, that is T2G6 EG1. Now it becomes cobalt 2 plus. Now it contains one unpaired electron in EG orbital. In higher orbital, it have one unpaired electrons. Then it is responsible for EPR resonance. Then it becomes EPR active. Now it is a 5 coordinated complex. Okay. Now, if it is super reduced, that is a sodium borohydrate reducing agent or zinc dust in ammonium chloride. If it is further reduced, then it becomes vitamin B12S. That is super reduced vitamin B12. Then again it gains one more electron T2G6 and Eg2. Now it has two more unpaired electrons. So it is paramagnetic and EPR active. So it is now 4-coordinated complex. So vitamin B12, which is EPR inactive diamagnetic nature, it can be converted into EPR active molecules by treating with the reducing agents. So it becomes cobalt plus 1. So this is also a paramagnetic species. As we know, whenever the n-paired electron is present, the compound gets color. So due to this unpaired electron, it undergoes pi to pi star transition in Coryn ring. So pi to pi star transition happens in Coryn ring and it becomes brown color. So this extra electron goes to the dz square orbital. So the dz square orbital taken this extra electron and undergoes the pi to pi star transition in the ligand and becomes colored. This becomes brown in color, and it also having pi to pi star transition because it has two more electrons. Compared to this one unpaired, it contains two unpaired electrons. So it becomes deeply colored, so it gives blue color due to the pi to pi star transition. So the vitamin B12 is most abundant in bacteria and in liver. In human body, the bacteria present in intestine. So in human body, this bacteria, intestine contains bacteria and it synthesizes vitamin B12. Okay, so these are the oxidation states of vitamin B12, and if you see the structure, so the stability of this structure is due to the carbon cobalt bond. So carbon cobalt bond gives more stability to the structure. So here this is less conjugation, the Coryn ring is less conjugation, but the stability is gained by this cobalt molecule through this carbon atom. So the extra stability is given by this complex to this through this carbon atom. Okay, so this stable bond, this carbon stable bond is cleaved and gives the variety of derivatives. It's a naturally occurring organometallic compound. So vitamin B12 is a naturally occurring organometallic compound. Okay, and it cleaved by the various reagents and gives variety of derivatives of vitamin B12. And let's see the biochemical function of vitamin B12. Next we will see the biochemical function of vitamin B12. So vitamin B12 gives various reactions in biological systems because it behaves as a coenzyme. So what is coenzyme? So vitamin B12 is called coenzyme. Why it is called coenzyme? It binds with non-active enzyme and converts this to enzyme coenzyme complex. Active enzyme coenzyme complex. That is why vitamin B12 is known as coenzyme, because it binds with the non-active enzymes present in the human system and converts the molecule into enzyme and coenzyme complex, which are very active in nature. So these are the main reason that acting as vitamin B12 as coenzyme. Next, this coenzyme involves in the hydrogen transfer reaction. So if you see the role of this vitamin B12, it involves in the hydrogen transfer reaction, that is isomerization reaction or 1,2 shift reaction. So if you see, take any in hydrocarbon, long chain hydrocarbons, this is A and this B, this proton is shifted to so this is called 1,2 shift. So this was facilitated by vitamin B12. Okay, one isomer converted into another isomer. So that is shifting of hydrogen. And next, transfer of methyl group from one side to other side. So this vitamin B12 is involved in the transfer of methyl group from one side to other side, mainly in the amino acid methionine. So during the biosynthesis of methionine, essential amino acid, which transfers the methyl group from one side to another side. So it was facilitated by the vitamin B12. So vitamin B12 transfers the methyl group in methionine. Okay. So this is the biological role of vitamin B12. And one more, this reduction reaction. This reduction of alcohol group to CH2 group. So it was facilitated by vitamin B12 coenzyme. Hence RNA molecule also converted to DNA by vitamin B12. So these are the biological role of vitamin B12. Again you will see, that is it involved in the hydrogen transfer reaction, that is isomerized reaction. So hydrogen shifted from one carbon to neighboring carbon, that is 1,2 shift. So it was facilitated by the vitamin B12. And second, this vitamin B12 transfers the methyl group from one side to other side. So it playing a role in the biosynthesis of methionine, which is amino acid. In that, the vitamin B12 transfers the methyl group from one side to another side. And third role, it converts the alcohol group to CH2 group. And some RNA group molecules are converted into DNA molecules. So these are the biological role of vitamin B12. So from this vitamin B12, some compounds are synthesized, which are mimic the vitamin B12 compounds. So they are called model compounds. So let's see the model compound example, cobalt oxide. So cobalt oxide is a mimic compound of vitamin B12. So it mimics the catalytic properties of vitamin B12. Mimics means someone is acting like another person. So like that, the cobalt oxide is having similar catalytic properties of vitamin B12. So and it is a synthesized called model compounds. And if you see the cobalt oxides, difference between the cobalt oxides and vitamin B12, In gobaloxime structure, the axial positions are not easily methylated. In gobaloxime, so cobalt is the central metal atom. Here, this is the oxime moiety. And the two axial positions are easily methylated. But in vitamin B12 complex, it is not possible because it's due to the ridged and the steric effect is here, the Corin ring. So it cannot undergo the reaction very easily for methylation. Okay. So the axial positions are very larger group, so it cannot undergo the cannot easily allow the cobalt molecule to take the methyl groups. So methylation is not possible in the case of vitamin B12, but the synthesized gobaloxime, which is similar to vitamin B12, undergo methylated at axial positions. Cobalt complex cannot, that is vitamin B12 cannot exist dimers, cannot undergo dimerization, but model compounds like gobaloximes undergo dimers. So vitamin B12 cannot undergo dimerization reaction, but gobaloxime undergo dimers. Okay. So this is all about the biological role and structure and the derivatives of gobaloxime, and we have discussed some model compounds which are mimics the same catalytic properties of vitamin B12, that is gobaloxime. And let's see the deficiency of vitamin B12. And if you see the deficiency, vitamin B12 deficiency leads to pernicious anemia, which leads to the pernicious anemia. It mainly affects the females, most frequently affects the females, then males. So first symptom, if you see the first symptom, decrease in the RBC, tiredness, depression, weight gain, shortage of breath, inability to breathe, confusion. So these are the main symptoms of deficiency of vitamin B12. So vitamin B12 deficiency leads to pernicious anemia, which is mainly occurred in females and males. These are some symptoms. So it overcome by giving the hydroxycobalamin, drug. So this disease is controlled by hydroxycobalamin and some also natural foods which are taken from the plants. This vitamin B12 rich in meat, fish, eggs and milk products, liver, red flesh. So these are our main sources of vitamin B12, and it also controlled by drug called hydroxycobalamin. So this is about the structure, biological function, deficiency and derivatives and model compounds. We have discussed a lot about the vitamin B12. If you like my video, please like and share, comment my video. Thanks for watching.